Hello. Today you're going to be working on the Chapter 12 non-Mendelian inheritance. What that means is you've pretty much done the Chapter 12 notes, and the next thing you can work on is just an activity that gets you to practice different forms of inheritance. You have incomplete dominance, codominance, and sex chromosome inheritance. Those are inheritance that are specific to the X and Y chromosome. And these are the three main types of inheritance that were discussed in your notes. So you've already done some work with it. The worksheet right here is just really a chance to practice it a little more. So let's go take a look at it. This is a Google Doc, so you should be able to type in as needed and add information in. If it doesn't quite work that way, just let me know. We may have issues, but if not, you can fill in information. Looks like you can type a little. So try your best. If you run into weird problems, just let me know. I'll help. All right, but the task is asking here about chickens, and one says erminate chickens. So it's a specific type of appearance for chickens, and it's a situation that involves codominance. So questions 2 are all about codominance, and it looks like right here it says explain the difference between incomplete dominance and codominance. So you have to think about those definitions from the notes. So let's take a look at the notes. And right here, this whole section about chickens and codominance will help you respond to those first questions about the chickens on the worksheet. So let's look at the worksheet again. So question 2 is about chickens. Number 3 is about chickens. And right here in your notes, you have right here information for the chickens. All right, and now let's head to the other section of the worksheet. Let's find it real quick. In order to explain the difference between incomplete dominance and codominance, that's as simple as getting to your notes, finding them. Let me see here. We got, this is the definition for incomplete dominance, and you'd compare that to, let's see if I can find it. That's not it. We have incomplete dominance. So incomplete dominance and then codominance. Here we go. So compare this slide, the definition for codominance, with the definition here for incomplete dominance. Simple enough. Just compare the definitions and what the phenotype or the appearance of the individuals look like based on those inheritance patterns. And you use that information, again, to answer question 1. We know the chicken slide has to do with question 2 and 3. Let's move to question 5. It's about snapdragons and incomplete dominance. So let's look at the notes. The slide that had chickens earlier also has the information for the snapdragons. So this will help you right here with the snapdragons. So just refer to slide, see, 21. So slide 21 will help you right here answer those questions. And then this final one, it's about hair types and this idea of multiple alleles. So question number 8, you're going to want to use the next slide, which is all about hair types. So this explains to you the look or the phenotype for these particular hair colors. And question 8 on the worksheet is all about hair color. But it's also about this idea of multiple alleles. So let's look really quickly at that definition from the slides in order to answer that. So here's the definition for multiple alleles. It's saying a trait is controlled by 3 or more possible or different alleles. And remember, alleles are gene versions. In the original slide, what we have is about 9 different possible alleles for the eye color gene with fruit flies. So it says 11 different gene versions or alleles for fruit flies. In the hair example, we have a bunch of different gene versions too. So what it's saying is that each one of these is controlled by a different version of the hair color gene. And in this example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hair possibilities. Now we use this slide just to better understand this question so that we know what brown or blonde or strawberry blonde or mousy brown looks like. In the end, you have a couple questions here for question 8. You have to give a little information about your parents and their genotypes and phenotypes. Remember, genotype is the alleles you think they have. So which of these alleles do you think your parents have? Which of these allele combinations do you think you have, just based on your own hair color? All right, the next page is about X-linked genes, and that's sex-linked traits or sex-linked inheritance. And really just in general, you can base your responses on, let's see here, this slide right here. This slide helps a little. So work you did on this slide and the work you did on this slide will help you as you go and look to this page right here. So this page is all about flies. It gives you simple genotypes for the flies, and the trait is, or it's, let's see here. This question is about hemophilia. So this question is about hemophilia, like the slideshow. And then we got here a woman. So you're really answering questions about hemophilia and inheritance, kind of like the slide you did earlier for the Chapter 12 notes. Let's see here. Let's go a little further down the slide. All right, this looks like the last questions on the page, and it's asking still about hemophilia. So it looks like this whole back side of the worksheet is about how X and Y chromosomes affect hemophilia. And it gives you the genotype and the phenotype. So the disease would be hemophilia, and this is the genotype, this is the phenotype. So it asks questions about that. All right, good luck.